Hello and welcome back. I realize that this is a really good time to talk about how we can add users to our Sudo group. Sudo, which stands for super user do, allows non-root users to execute root commands if they take an extra precaution of typing in the word sudo prior to their command. So we want to give sudo privileges to our Mike account and our Peter account by adding them to the Sudo group. So if you notice here, I'm logged in as root. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the Sudo group to see if there's any members. So I'm going to do cat, and remember our group is in the root folder, and then etc, and then group. And we are going to send that to grep, and we're just going to search for sudo. No such file or directory. What did I mess up? Let's see, cat. Oh, etc, not ect. Group, and then we're going to set pipe that to the grep command, and we're going to search for sudo. And so you see we have a sudo group, and it looks like there's no members. So let's actually just verify this. Let's change our directory, and we're going to go to root var log. And so we've done this a few times here, and we see the auth log, right? As the root user, I should be able to read this, and I can, so that's great. And so I'm going to exit out of here. But let's change users to Mike. So I'm going to do su Mike. And so now if I try to do this, I should get permission denied. So I can't read this. And if I try to do sudo less auth.log, we've seen this in the past. I type in my password, and it says I'm not in the sudoers file, and that this incident is going to be reported. So we want to give Mike the privilege to run this command. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to add Mike to the sudoers file. So we're going to do user mod, and we want to append the group listing. So we'll do tac a, and we want to add to the sudo group Mike. Permission denied. We can't do that because we're still the non-root user. I got to exit out, and so now we're back to our root user. So we should be able to do this. User mod tac a. We're appending to the groups list sudo, and we want to do this for the user Mike. All right, perfect. So I'm going to hit the up key a few times to go back in my history. Let's look at our sudo group, and look at that. Mike's in the sudo group. So let's do the same thing for Peter. User mod tac a, tac g, sudo, Peter. And so now if I look at that list, and we grep for sudo, it looks like I've got two members in there, Mike and Peter. All right, so let's switch back to Mike. So let's do su Mike. And so now if I try to view, let's use less, the auth.log, it still tells me that the permission is denied. But what I can do is type sudo superuser do less auth.log. And so by typing this sudo in here, it's now going to prompt me for my password, just like it did before. Where I got an error saying that the incident would be reported. Now if we look, I'm in the sudoers file, and so I'm able to run that command. Execute
privileges of the group, and
so
read, write,
let's
execute
look down here. I'm just going to go all the way
users.
to the end.
If we want to just read and write privileges,
never mind.
it would be read and write.
If I cat, let's do that.
So if we did 666, this would represent read and write privileges for the owner, the group,
here
and
is
all other users.
where was our infraction that was logged? I think it was right here, January 4th. So there was our infraction. So now we have those privileges. We should be able to do that. So all we have to do is just type in sudo and then the command that we want to run, and we can run it with root privileges. Awesome. And this is going to work for both of our accounts. I'm going to clear the screen, and right now I'm going to go back to, let's type exit, so we're back to our root user, and let's cd to the home directory. I want to just clean up. I've got a file on here. All right, my home directory looks good. I know that if we change directory to root home Mike, we've got a lot of files in here that we should clean up. So I'm going to remove anything that starts with file. So file 1, file 2, file 3, file 4. So I'll do file and then our wildcard here. Okay, so that's good. And look, our symbolic link is red now, so I should probably remove that. All right, and let's remove hello, and we're going to remove the hard link. So just cleaning up after ourselves, I think that looks perfect. So that's how we can add someone to our sudo file, our sudo group, and now they can run some commands that they might not otherwise have been able to run by just typing in sudo first. Wonderful. We'll end here, and I'll see you in the next video.